We're recording. Say something real fast.
You gotta share your screen.
Go live. Gotta make sure I'm at that
1, 2, 3.
60 FPS 1080p. In order to do that, I have to be on Discord Nitro. Let me turn my light off. It's too bright. Also, I'm pissed because I was at the store earlier and I went to go buy vitamin water and they didn't have any of the kind that I like, which is the mango kiwi. It's always fucking out, and so I had to go like way down the road to the market to get some, and I was upset. But I did get my fucking greasy little goblin mitts on some delicious mango vitamin water. Okay, a good intro.
Yeah,
then
story time.
We'll do the animated intro. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do for this one.
Put a gif of Pikachu.
Yeah, I'll just do a really shitty, like, I'll try to compress the footage of the, you know when they tried to pirate Detective Pikachu and it was just like a 2-hour loop of Pikachu dancing?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get that, but I'm gonna like intentionally compress it to like 140p. And I'll put like Windows Movie Maker text, like the one that's scrolling in front, and then you have like the slightly larger transparent one up top, and the really big one all the way in the back, like scrolling in opposite directions. And I'll just say like electric type tier list or some shit.
Good. That'll do it.
All right.
That'll bring in the clicks.
So today we got electric types. As always, just to explain the rules real fast, the closer you are to the letter in your tier, the higher up you are on that tier. And then obviously fucking S at the top, etc., etc. We also have a one-time use for each of these lists. We got the automatic S tier card, which we have now established that you can exchange in for an automatic Del Rio card.
Speaking of which,
yeah,
Vullaby was officially banned from NFE. It was too good. They took it out.
I'm gonna put in the people cheering, clapping. Right here.
Hell yeah. I never have to see him again.
Hey!
It was because of our list, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, they saw it and they were like, yeah, gotta get rid of him. That was
48 viewers.
That was the call to action. Alright. Well, this is Electric. So let's start things off real simple.
There we go.
We got Pikachu first.
Pikachu.
Is that Turbo Max or whatever the hell?
Yeah, Gigantamax Pikachu.
Well, I like him.
Or Pikachu.
Actually, he looks like old Pikachu, where he was all fat and stuff.
Fat Pikachu from like the card game.
I like it. I put okay. Real quick. Obviously, I think Pikachu top S.
Obvious.
It's fucking Pikachu, dude. And then Mondo Max can go right next to him, I think, but like below it, because you know it's just modified Pikachu. So
it's just a Pikachu classic.
Yeah, there you go, buddy.
Oh, look how bright his tail is.
Yeah, it's super bright. It didn't show up very well on the white background, but on the black background, it really
that's
pops.
Awesome.
You know? Next is I think Alola Raichu, right?
Alolan Raichu, yeah.
He surfs. This picture does not do him justice. He surfs. I think that's really cool.
He is surfing on his tail, and I believe he is fairy type.
Electric fairy
or psychic. He gets a second type, but I don't remember if it's psychic or fairy.
I'm sure we're allowed to look it up.
He is, yeah, electric psychic.
Nice. That's
a pretty
that's a cool typing.
Yeah.
Nice.
And he looks good. He looks soft.
He looks different enough from regular Raichu, I think.
Yeah, he's a really good variant.
I think these two belong together. To be honest.
Do too. I think they're equal, but they're in like different like design regions, I guess.
My initial instinct is to put him in S below Tumbo Max.
I was thinking, but no, I like Raichu a lot. Yeah, I'd be okay with putting him in S.
Yeah. I think he belongs up there.
Super cool in the anime too. Lieutenant Surge. Only had one Pokemon. It was a Raichu.
Next,
Alola
Alola or Galarian, whatever.
No, Alolan Geodude.
Geodude. I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
I like his eyebrows. But I
Yeah.
don't like...
He's got like a Rock Lee Might Guy fucking eyebrow situation going on.
Yeah, but I don't like his things on his head. I don't like that he's like a shiny, smooth rock instead of just like a rock.
Yeah,
because
because they didn't change that about Graveler or Golem.
Yeah, Golem's got like a...
They're still rough, you know?
Yeah.
But for some reason, they made him all like polished. He's almost like andesite, which I don't like.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
He is electric rock, which is a cool type.
That's a strong typing.
But I don't like the way that Geodude looks in this instance. Like Golem, I think Golem looks badass.
And he's funny.
He is also funny, but Geodude, not a fan. Not a fan of this.
Yeah.
I want to say like
a downturn from Geodude Classic.
I almost want to say like bottom of C.
I think C tier, yeah. We'll see who else goes down there.
Yeah. And then Graveler, I think, is slightly better. Not great.
Better than Geodude or better than Graveler?
I think this Graveler is slightly better than regular or fucking the previous one that we just did.
I never noticed Graveler has 4 arms. What's up with that?
Yeah. He loses 2 of them in this one. Or at least it looks like
Very
it.
weird. I think he's got them pressed.
Oh, they're all tucked in. Yeah. I like this one slightly more than Galarian Geodude, but I don't like him more than regular Graveler.
Yeah, same.
So I kind of want to put him in C tier, but like on the opposite end. He's all right. He definitely looks better than that Geodude.
Yeah, I don't think he's like good, but I don't think he's bad either.
Now this
and
Golem,
he's definitely better than Geodude.
This Golem, however, is fucking.
Golem.
I love this guy.
I think he's pretty cool.
I like it a lot.
He's got like a dynamo on his back.
Yeah.
They gave him like facial hair.
His actual facial expression is funny. I like him. I like him a lot.
He doesn't have arms. He just has hands.
I like this guy. I've always been partial to Golem. And it's really like it started as a just circumstance. So like I'm sure you're aware. We've talked about it a few times, at least once or twice. But growing up, I was incredibly
anti-establishment.
Yeah, I was always out there fucking protesting. No, I didn't have like hardly any money, like at any point really when I was growing up. So I didn't really get. Actually, I have more money now than I've ever had in my entire life. So
well, that's good. That's the goal.
But I didn't really get a whole lot of Pokemon cards. But when the odd occasion would arise where I would be able to get Pokemon cards either from somebody else's parents or like my grandparents or whatever, one time I pulled a holographic Golem, and he was like the only cool card I had. And I started using Golem in the games because of that. And I just like Golem now. It's just, I don't know. That's really the only reason that I like Golem.
Well, that's a pretty good reason.
He's funny. He's round. He can use Rock Smash.
Yeah.
This
Golem, I think, has... No. Wait, yes, actually. Keep going down.
Oh! He can learn Fire Blast?
That's insane, actually.
I'm thinking A+.
I think A+.
Yeah.
I wasn't before, but...
With Fire Blast, it really tipped it over the edge.
Yeah, he's got all the coverage.
Okay, next, Magnemite. I really like Magnemite. I really like Magnemite.
He's okay. He's... No, I'd even say he's good.
I would go so far as to say that Magnemite, in a really weird way, is a very iconic Pokemon.
I think that's true.
I don't think it's like Squirtle or Pikachu, where if you don't know Pokemon, you're like, if you don't know Pokemon, you're not going to know who Magnemite is. But if you do know Pokemon in like any capacity, you know who the fuck Magnemite is, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something real. I like his one gigantic eye.
I think it's a really good sign. Like, obviously, you know, Voltorb is coming up, and that's the simplest design. But this guy's real easy. You could doodle him in your school notebook.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as a kid, you can draw him easy, like no problem. I don't have a whole lot to say other than I like him. I think he's funny. I like that his magnets are wings almost.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's pretty cool.
When people talk about, oh, you don't like the ice cream Pokemon because it's just ice cream. Like, this guy is like the original of that, you know?
He's a steel,
he's a steel magnets.
Ball. Yeah, he's a steel ball with screws and magnets.
He wasn't even a steel type when they first introduced him.
Yeah, because steel was Gen 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was probably weird, but...
Well, to be fair, I think he would have been the only one.
Yeah, that's true. He would have been the only steel type.
So yeah, I'm thinking B for Magnemite.
I was thinking A.
Oh, really?
No, wait, I think B because I can... No, I do think A. I do think A is good for Magnemite. I think he's a cute little dude.
Okay.
I think he deserves some recognition.
Okay. I can agree to that. Following Magnemite, Magneton.
I don't like him as much.
It's... In a weird way, he's supposed to be the parallel to Doug Trio, right?
Yeah.
And while I think Doug Trio is great, I don't think Magneton is. And I'm not exactly sure I can describe why.
And I think the logic of, you know, magnets stick together makes more sense than three dudes in a hole, but... I don't know. He just kind of loses that simplicity. He loses that like very cute, very iconic nature.
Yeah, I think essentially it's a downgrade, but not through any fault of his own.
Yeah,
if that makes any sense. Like, it's not.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's not Magnemite's design that's causing the problem.
What do you think? B or up top in C?
I think up top in C. Yeah, I think like top of C is fine.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
Both the Rock Boys.
So next is Voltorb. Now, I get. See, I don't think I agree with what you said before about like the whole vanillish Magnemite thing. I would say that I agree if you had made that comparison here. Like, what do you mean it's a good design? It's literally just a Pokeball, right? But the implementation of this Pokemon into the game is what excuses it, in my opinion. So the whole lore of it is that he hangs around in factories and shit, especially like where they make Pokeballs and stuff. And when you go to pick up the items in the game, there's like a chance that it'll be a Voltorb or an Electrode, as like that's the Pokemon equivalent of getting a Mimic in another RPG.
Yeah.
And I really like that. I think that's really cool.
Clever. And then you pick it up, it's an Electrode, and it uses explosion.
Yeah, it loses self-destruct like instantly. Besides that, like outside of implementation and game mechanics, there's not a whole lot going for Voltorb. There's not a whole lot of
personality.
I was gonna say there's not a whole lot of reason to have a Voltorb over like any other Pokemon in the game.
A really good generation for electric types.
Yeah. So there's not a whole lot of reason to have a Voltorb in your party over any other electric type that's in the game, essentially. But the game would be worse off without him.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't really know where to put him.
He's just a ball. He's just a circular.
I will say
red and white.
I don't like Electrode's eyes. Like I think Voltorb's eyes look perfectly fine.
Actually. I think Voltorb looks like this is an angry Pokeball, and then Electrode looks like he's gonna commit crimes on me.
Yeah, Electro looks like...
He looks like he's scheming.
He looks like he belongs on a list.
It's the eyebrows, I think.
He looks like Esam.
He does. I think I want to do Voltorb in B and Electrode in D.
I can agree to that. I can agree to that.
I think that, yeah.
Next up, Electabuzz.
Electabuzz.
This is an easy S for me.
You think he's ass?
Yes, I do. I do think he's S.
What's your reasoning?
He is, I have a little bit of a bias, kind of, for Pokemon that are, like, parallels of each other.
Right.
And him and, what's the guy's name? He's the
Magmortar?
No, that's the evolution. Magmar. Magmar and Electabuzz are meant to be, like, parallels of each other.
That's true.
And I think having Pokemon parallel that aren't type opposites is really cool. I really like that.
Okay.
Sort of like how Zangoose and Seviper aren't type opposites, but like
yeah, they're normal and dark.
Yeah, but I think it's
they're normal and poison.
It's normal fighting and poison dark or something like that. Yeah. They're two types that they don't interact at all, but they do in the context of the game, and I think that's really cool. Now, I will admit, in Gen 1, they didn't really know what the fuck they were doing, so they didn't quite have that all figured out yet. But I do really like Electabuzz as a Pokemon because he sort of hits this, like, he's humanoid, but he's definitely still, like, monstrous.
He's still a Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly. He is still a monster.
Okay.
But he doesn't look like the kind of, like, Pokemon are meant to be these things that you catch and then travel with and, like, grow a bond with. And Electabuzz is definitely a monster, but he doesn't look like a horrific monster. He definitely looks like something that you could be friends with in the right context.
He looks like a pal, yeah.
Yeah.
He looks like
Sully. He looks like a companion. I like him a lot.
Yeah, looking at him, he's got a whole lot of personality just in his stance and how he's like black and yellow. I definitely like him a ton more than Magmar, since you mentioned him.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I am a big fan of Magmortar. I think that design. Spoilers for the coming up on this list and the fire list, but I think Electabuzz is way better than Magmar, and I think Magmortar is way better than fucking Electivire or whatever his name is.
Call that balance.
I think Electivire is such a step down from Electabuzz. But I do like Electabuzz. He's got like a tiger thing going on, but he's also like, he's not so much tiger that it's like overpowering the rest of the design.
Right.
He's got some kind of power outlet looking shit on top of his head. Which they expanded on with his previous one, which is Elekid, which is a baby, which is why he would be plugged into a wall, because he has to charge in order to evolve. That's so smart, dude. That whole thing is so intelligently made. I like the idea of the Electabuzz line. Even Electivire, I get it, but I don't like it. But I still do get it.
I feel you. I think you convinced me. I think Electabuzz, bottom of S tier. Well, bottom for now.
That's fair. Up you go, buddy.
Because, Pikachu and Raichu, it's like they almost need their own tier.
Yeah, they almost need like a Pikachu tier. Yeah.
Like, come on.
Okay, up next, Jolteon. I like Jolteon. He's not like my favorite of the.
I think it's a good look.
Of the evolutions.
Oh, definitely not. But I think all the evolutions are solid at least.
Oh yeah, I don't think there's a bad evolution.
Yeah. And I think Jolteon looks good. I like its mane being white.
Yeah, I like that he's got more colors than just black and yellow, which is going to be an actual problem until you get to like Gen 3. Like almost every single fucking electric type is just black and yellow. And then at Gen 3 they start experimenting with like, maybe we should like try something else, because goddamn, every single one of these guys. But Jolteon actually has some like real color to him.
Yeah.
Which is
a
nice.
Balance against, Vaporeon, which is very sleek, and then Flareon, which is very like fluffy.
Yeah, and
that its design is very jagged.
And then you got Vaporeon, which is like super streamlined.
Yeah.
Was there another one in Gen 1, or is it just those 3?
No, Gen 1 was just the 3.
Okay. And then it was Gen 2 that added Umbreon and Espeon.
Yeah.
And then Gen 3 added nothing?
Nothing. And then 4 was Glaceon and Leafeon.
Yeah.
And then 7 was Sylveon.
Right, and they still need... I honestly think they should go until they got all the types. But
I do too. I would like to see...
I also am of the opinion that there needs to be an evolution that's just like a normal, that like is like super Eevee.
Well, they have Gigantamax Eevee now, which is like the idea of a super Eevee. And we'll get there. We'll get to all the other evolutions.
Anyway.
But for now...
Jolteon.
I think A.
Yeah, I was thinking either A or bottom A+. Where do we put... Yeah. Where did we put Umbreon?
I think we put Umbreon in A because it's like definitely a dark type. It was
okay.
First gem with dark types. This is a dark type.
Well, this is definitely a fucking... this is definitely a goddamn electric type, no doubt about that.
Even more than all the other electric types we covered, I think.
Where you want to put him, A?
I think A.
Okay. I'm definitely put him above Magnemite, though.
Sure. I agree with that.
Okay, next... Maybe one of the easiest S tiers ever. Zapdos.
There's a lot of S tiers just in Gen 1.
I don't think we need really to even explain.
I don't either, actually. Normally,
if you had made any kind of argument against this, I was going to be very upset.
Normally, I think there needs to be like a talk, like an explanation, and what do you... Nah, it's Zapdos, dude.
Yeah, it's fucking Zapdos, dude.
Look at him.
Honestly, I think I want to put Zapdos above Raichu.
Still below Pikachu, though?
Oh, yeah. I don't know that there's anything on this list that's going to be above Pikachu.
There probably won't be. I don't think there could be.
Fucking mining.
Bottom mower.
Plus will be mining above Pikachu.
Above Pikachu.
I think here is good.
Yeah.
Next is,
it starts with a ch sound.
There's the second one is Lamprey, right?
Lantern.
Lantray. Hold on.
No.
I know this fucking Pokemon. Electric type.
Chinchou and Lantern.
What?
Isn't it?
Oh, Chinchou.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah.
Chinchou.
There he is. He's funny.
Oh, he's kind of scary.
He's supposed to be. He's a Lantern.
Like his early arc, and then Lantern looks like a pal.
Next up, Chinchou. Or Chinchou, or whatever.
It's awesome.
He's all right. I like that he's got two. I will say I like that he's got two lamps.
I'm not really sure what he does with them. Like, what's he luring over to get with his tiny hands and tiny mouth? I'm pretty sure I've never used this Pokemon.
I think he's a C tier.
Yeah, I think he's a top of C. Not even top of C. He's below Magneton.
He probably belongs here.
Yeah, he's just kind of a whatever Pokemon.
Lantern, bad name.
That is just
It's literally just
word.
a word that they changed one of the vowels. That is not acceptable. As a design, kind of boring, not gonna lie. The only thing that I like about him is that they made his belly really big, because it says in his... I remember it says in his Pokédex that what he does is he lures you in with the actual like lantern, like a anglerfish would, and then he uses the move Flash to blind them, and then he swallows them in one gulp.
Nope.
But besides that, there's I don't think like you said, I don't think I've ever used this Pokemon before.
Yeah.
I don't even know why you would. There's not really anything super interesting about it.
Yeah, I guess his typing is okay, but gets replaced later on. I guess if you really needed a water type, but then again, you're in Gen 2. There's plenty of water types already.
Why the fuck wouldn't you just use like Tentacruel or something?
Yeah.
I don't think there's any reason to use him.
Yeah.
I kind of want to just put him next to Chinchou, actually. Like.
Yeah,
Just like here.
That looks right.
Basically.
Like, he's just a whatever Pokemon.
Yeah. He's a what do you call him? He's a
filler.
Yeah, he's a bench warmer, basically.
Yeah.
He's just there to fill out the roster.
You gotta have someone that knows Surf.
Alright, next Pichu.
Pichu.
I think
Pichu... he also goes in S.
Oh. I was gonna say I don't think he belongs in S. But
I think he deserves it for what he did to Smash Ultimate.
You know what? That's true. He did absolutely...
They did just accidentally make him the best character.
He busted that game wide open.
And it was very funny. Plus his specials in the anime are super cute.
Oh,
he's super iconic just from being Pikachu.
He's the only way that you can get a Pikachu and a Raichu that knows Volt Tackle.
Oh, that's true.
And that's a crazy good move.
And that's a really good move, yeah.
So
used the first Final Smash.
Yeah, I could see S tier actually. I think he probably should go between Electabuzz and Raichu.
I think he's the lowest of the three, but he's still...
You go, buddy.
He's still in the family.
That's fair. That's a fucking royal family right there. Okay, up next is...
Flaffy.
No, Mareep.
Mareep, yeah,
Flaffy,
right.
Ampharos.
Yeah.
So up next is Mareep. I want to say A+.
I was also thinking A+. I think Mareep is... you were talking about, like, Pokemon just being, like, monsters that you befriend, you hang out with, you go on a journey with. This is, like, the kind of Pokemon that, like, you have, and, you just stay home. You just chill out with it.
I really love the idea of them making a Pokemon based around static as well.
Yeah.
So they made a wool guy, and that's fucking... That's great. That's fantastic. I also love that his horns have, like, the alternating... pattern, and I love that he's got like a little light bulb tail. I think it lights up in the show, like when he's using a move and stuff, it'll like shine. I really like that. That's a really cool touch that they really didn't have to do, but they did. They did do it.
Yeah.
I think A+. I think it belongs in A+.
I agree with A+.
What, below Golem, above Golem?
I think above.
Okay. Then you get Flaffy. I think Flaffy is slightly worse. Not so much worse, but slightly worse. Because he's a middle. That tends to be the problem with middle evolutions.
I like that it's pink, like, when you shear a sheep.
Yeah. He's got less wool, so they made him pink.
And he stands up, and he's definitely like the connection between the two.
Oh, yeah, and he's got a good stance, too. Like, he's kind of goofy.
So he's a silly little bug.
I do like Flaffy. I just think he's not quite there yet. But that's like the idea. So that's why I'm saying he's not like that much worse.
I agree totally.
Does he belong in A+?
No, I don't think A+.
Does he belong in A?
I think A is fair. I think that's a good place for him.
I think we should put him below Jolteon. He's got personality, so he's above Magnemite.
But it's not
I don't know. To be fair, having like no expression at all is kind of Magnemite's personality. Like just being completely fucking deadpan. That's what he is. So I don't want to say that Magnemite's got no personality.
True.
But I think here is fine. And then next is Ampharos, and then what? Mega Ampharos?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we talked about Mega already in Dragon.
Yeah. And then Ampharos. I think these two belong in S as well.
I agree. Mega Ampharos is my favorite electric type. And Ampharos is like right behind.
Yeah, it's like the second favorite electric type.
Yeah.
Ampharos is so fucking cool.
He's in the lighthouse.
Yeah. Is that Ampharos that girl's Pokemon? The Steel Gym leader?
I used to know her name. I don't know it now. But yeah, she has she either has it or is friends with it. Okay.
But that whole side story is really cool. Ampharos as a Pokemon is really cool. Comes from a great line. Yep. It's an actually like good, like 100% good electric line that isn't Pikachu, which is very rare, honestly.
Definitely.
I really like this Pokemon a lot.
I do too. I like them both a ton.
I think
And I like that the Mega is both like an evolution in terms of like a more designed, and also reference to being a sheep.
Yeah, it's like a callback to the original.
Yeah.
The other thing that I like is that Mega Ampharos, so all of the Pokemon have the little light bulbs on their tail, and Mega Ampharos' tail has 4 of them.
Oh yeah, it does. And he's got one on his he's got one on his forehead.
Yeah, it's on the forehead. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool because it ties the whole. It's like one of the only Mega Pokemon that if like they just said, oh yeah, this Pokemon evolves 3 times, I would believe it.
Yeah.
Like if it was just another Pokemon in the line, I would buy it. I would absolutely buy that. Like a lot of the Mega Pokemon look like, for lack of a better term, they sort of look like, oh yeah, this is that Pokemon if they went Super Saiyan temporarily. But this one, I could just see this being its permanent, like, final form, and that I would accept that totally.
For sure. For sure.
They belong in S for sure.
Yeah.
But where?
I think
I almost want to put them next to Zapdos, like below Zapdos, but above Raichu.
I think so. Yeah, I think that's where they go. Because we're still in Gen 2 also, so they're both super iconic.
Yeah, they've had a lot of
time. Especially with
time.
Ampharos getting like a lot of screen time in the game as its own like side plot story.
It's also in the show. Does Ash have an Ampharos?
Yeah. No, I don't think so.
Somebody has a
but
fucking Ampharos
it definitely shows up in the show a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, next is Elekid. I've already talked about Elekid, actually, earlier.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to go over it again, but I think he belongs in A with Magnemite.
In regular A?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Below Magnemite. I think he belongs below Magnemite, to be fair. But I think he is really good.
I think he's a little buddy.
I like also that his 3 claws are like the 3 like
outlets.
Yeah.
Plugs.
Yeah. Next, Raikou.
Raikou.
I gotta be honest, right?
All right.
Raikou. There's a really weird thing about Raikou, which is that normally I would say a Pokemon that looks like this, if it was any other Pokemon, I would say you got a bit too much going on, right?
Right.
Like you're a little bit over designed. There's a little bit too many colors. You got black, white. There's a little bit of red. There's blue.
A little bit of blue.
There's purple. You got yellow. But
obviously,
I think it works actually.
I do too. I think all 3 of the legendary dogs are really extra in their colors and like their design elements.
Yeah.
But I think as a unit, it's very cohesive. Like as a trio.
I will say, of the trio, I think Raikou is the, like if I had to rank them 1, 2, and 3, I would definitely put Raikou at 3.
I would also. I was thinking that when you started talking.
But I think Raikou does belong in S tier.
You think S?
I do think S. I do think S. I think it being part of the legendary trio, that legendary trio being one of the best that they've ever done. And while I don't think it is anywhere near as iconic as either Suicune or especially Entei, I think people do recognize Raikou when they see a fucking Raikou. Like it's not a Chincho, you know. You're not gonna be like, what's that Pokemon's name again?
That's
like
true.
The other thing too is that I think this is really when they started. Gen 2 is when they really started like focusing on like the more mythical aspects of their Pokemon. Because like before, it was just sort of like, yeah, these are the big boys. This is what they do. Whereas with the legendary dogs, it was like the whole thing about like you had the tie-in with Ho-Oh, and you had like the building burning down, and there was like a whole story, and also fucking chasing them around the map is as an adult, it's frustrating. But you gotta remember what it was like as a kid, and you really felt like you were hunting them down. Like you had to like check your map and see where they were, and like try to head over there. And there's a whole like I don't know. I thought it was a fun mechanic.
Here's my thinking with Raikou, right?
Yeah.
Like relative to the rest of the trio, Suicune, right? Suicune is in Pokemon the movie Forever with Celebi. Like he purifies the leg and all that. And then Entei, Entei is awesome, and he has his own movie. Raikou isn't in any of the movies. Raikou's just in the anime.
Yeah, that's
Some
true.
dweeb just wants to catch him.
But I think the idea with the way that they planned the legendary dog trio out is, I believe Raikou features in the show more than any of the other three. Suicune definitely has the most time in the games, because you have that fucking nerd. What the hell is his name? He's designed like Wallace, but he isn't Wallace, and he's also not nearly as cool as Wallace.
I know who you mean.
His name is like Pierce or something.
That sounds right.
And he like wanders around. He like constantly follows. He's like, bro, you heard about Suicune? It's like, yes, I know what Suicune is. And then Entei, I think, features in the movies way more than any of the other dogs. So I think they tried to space it out.
Maybe the easiest to draw.
That probably makes the most sense. They don't want it to be fucking Suicune. They don't want to.
Sure.
They don't want to animate 900 goddamn ribbons moving around every time there's a little gust of wind. But I think the idea is that they space them all out in different aspects of their
to the different projects.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense. That does make sense.
So I don't know. I do really like Raikou. Like I said, I think the legendary trio that he comes from, he's definitely the lowest ranking of them. But I think the initial ranking of the entire trio doesn't really like. It means that even though he's at the bottom of that pack, it doesn't really change much.
Yeah, and also looking at this list, I do think he's the best electric legendary for what that's worth.
There's not a whole lot of electric legendaries, are there?
No, not really.
That's kind of surprising, actually.
Well, you don't want to take away too much from Pikachu. That's your flagship man.
God, yeah. I mean, he's not been featured enough recently. He's really got to get some more screen time.
He's the head of the table.
I wonder where the decision came from initially to make Pikachu the face.
Yeah.
Because he's not part of the starter trio.
He's not a starter Pokemon. He's not the first
Well,
Pokemon
that's not true.
designed.
He is a starter Pokemon in Pokemon Yellow.
That's true.
But Pokemon Yellow is like that came out way later.
That came out after, yeah. He's not a starter Pokemon. He's not the first Pokemon they designed, which is Rhydon.
Yes, Rhydon was the first one. The Singed of Pokemon. I already made that joke.
You did.
I can't make it again.
It's one of those running jokes.
Like Fire Blast.
Yeah.
Raikou can't
That turned
learn...
out to be real. That got payoff.
What?
Randomly.
The Fire Blast?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Raikou deserves S tier.
I'm okay putting him in S.
I think he deserves S tier.
I don't think it's like a crime or an injustice or anything.
He's certainly not on the level of like Zapdos. Let's be real.
Definitely not. Oh wait, he's a legendary electric type. No, he's the best.
Zapdos?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, Zapdos is 100% the best electric type legendary.
Yeah.
But I think Raikou belongs like maybe here.
Yeah. Put him above because they were both in Melee.
Like, I can't honestly, like, even though I really like him, I cannot honestly justify putting Electabuzz in S if Raikou's not in S. Like,
That's fair.
That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Alright, enough about fucking Raikou. We talked about him for like 10 minutes.
We're out of Gen 2.
We're finally out of Gen 2. There's really not a whole lot of Pokemon.
There's so many in the
I
first
see
two
one
Gen.
coming up way later that I fucking hate.
I do too. I'm looking at him. I see him.
We probably agree on him. I think he's probably going the way of Volibee.
Yeah.
All right, next.
But we'll get there.
Electrike.
Electrike. I like him.
I'm gonna be honest. I like him. The only thing that puts me off is his head is so fucking huge. It's enormously big.
It is. He looks like the dog we just got, actually.
I think Electrike is fine.
I think he's cute. I think the big head and the small feet, it does remind me of like a dog, like a young dog.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I think B.
I can agree.
I think he goes in B.
I think
he's
to
better
that.
than everyone in C tier. And he's green.
You think he belongs in above or below Voltorb?
I think below.
I do like
He doesn't
Voltorb.
have that. He doesn't have that icon factor.
He is green, and that's cool. That's cool. That's
There's
it's very unique for an electric
green
type.
electric types.
And one of them is shit.
Shut up.
Next up is Manectric. I'm gonna tell you right away, looking at his fucking Mega, that is
Yeah.
is overkill. That is so overkill.
The Mega's too much.
Guys, did you know that this is an electric type?
That's what that design is fucking. That's what that is.
They give him a big lightning bolt.
Let's make
His entire.
Let's make the
That's his
ACDC
design.
logo a fucking Pokeball. The thing, it doesn't even make sense because Manectric's fucking elegant. He's very elegant and sharp, and you've taken that and you've just gone big. Yes, big spikes. That's stupid. Yeah. I think he belongs with Electrode.
I do too. I think he goes with Electrode. I think he's just look at it.
It's so bad. Fuck. Anyway, Manectric.
But then regular Manectric.
I like Manectric.
I do too. I think it's the little dude before, it's like, it's like a puppy dog. This one's like, he went to police school.
This is a big dog.
He's ready.
Yeah. He's ready to fucking go. I kind of want to put him up next to Jolteon.
Yeah, I think A tier for Manectric.
I don't like him as much as Jolteon though.
Yeah, above Flaffy.
Yeah, right here.
I think so. Yeah, I like how angular he is without looking like dumbass down there.
Right. Next, Plusle and Minun. My initial reaction is to put them at top of B tier together, because while I do like them, in the same way that I think same end result, but not the same way that I get there. These guys are literally here to promote the double battle system, and it's the first Pokemon that have moves that specifically help another Pokemon in double battles.
Helping hand.
I believe
plus and minus as their ability.
Yeah. I believe that while there's no reason to have a Plusle or a Minun above any other electric-type Pokemon on this list, I think the game would be worse off without them.
Alright, but let me offer you this.
Yeah.
Plusle, top of B tier. Minun, below Voltorb.
Why?
I think it's funny. I think it's funny if they're not next to each other.
Alright, that's... okay, I can... They're...
Yeah!
Yeah. Alright, next is a,
Shinx.
It's Shinx, Luxio, Luxray?
Yes.
Or is it...
This is the Pokemon I got in the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon personality test.
Really?
Yep, I was there. I played the whole game as a Shinx.
Kind of surprising, because I remember when you took the, Romance of the Three Kingdoms personality test, and you kept getting Dongzhuo over and over.
I got him like 11 times in a row.
Yeah, it was... Even when you gave different answers, it was just like, nah, I know I know who this is. I know who you are.
Yeah.
And you would answer, and it would just be like, stop lying. Dongzhuo.
Yeah, I know what's up. But I like Shinx, in the same way that Manectric and them, they're very emblematic of a dog. This one is definitely a cat. It's got pants. It's got a pointy tail. It's a little too, the face is too much like a monkey, I think.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree.
But I think it's still good.
Eyes need to be smaller and closer together, I think, to look a bit more cat-like.
And put the ears on top of the head.
I do think it's a great first step in this line. And it's a good. I think it's a good line.
For sure. And I like how the pants gradually grow and become more like armor, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, D tier.
No, what? No. B or C?
Definitely B. He does not belong in C tier.
I
think he belongs next to Manectric.
Yeah, I think he's definitely better than all the losers in C tier.
I think he's worse than Manectric, though.
I do too.
Like here.
I think the face is just a little too off.
Next is...
Oh, we're in Gen 4 also.
Luxio.
Luxio, yep. A middle evolution for sure.
Definitely better though, actually. I think this is better than Shinx. I think
looking at him, I would agree. He is a step up. He's got more personality, a more unique sort of design. The ears are still not all the way what I would want. We get there on the next step. But still good. I would want to put him low in A or top of B.
I could do top of B. Yeah. I think top of B. Because next is Luxray. And in my opinion, I think Luxray probably belongs at like above Jolteon.
I was thinking he could go into A+.
Oh yeah?
Like maybe the bottom, maybe even higher than Golem actually. I think he's very cool.
He does have like of the cat Pokemon, he's certainly like one of the more unique ones.
Yeah. I think it's very easy to have a design like this and have it be like edgy and like kind of uninspiring. But I think this one lands. I think it's very cool.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I can do that. Yeah, I can agree to that.
Yeah.
I can agree to that. Next is Pachirisu.
Pachirisu.
Now, I'm gonna be honest, right? There's a lot of Pokemon out there that are literally just Pikachu again, right?
Yeah.
I think Pachirisu, while he fits that category of just sort of being a cute little mouse-like Pokemon, I think Pachirisu gets a pass because the color scheme is great. It looks like an electric type without looking like a lot of other electric types, and the name is really good. I think Pachirisu is a really... It's a name that sounds like a Pokemon name, but it doesn't sound like any other Pokemon name. If that makes weird, like,
I think I know what you mean.
If that makes any sense. Like, it still sounds like a Pokemon, but you're not going to confuse this guy with anybody else. Like, you may not know him, but if you do know him, you're going to know him.
And it's also funny because his name is Pichu, but they just like stuck in some extra syllables.
Right, like.
But it does a lot to differentiate him.
Pachirisu.
He was also used randomly in some guys' like Pokemon Worlds team because of something really specific that he can do. I don't remember what it was, but I remember it's very funny.
I really like Pachirisu.
I think he's good. And he's a squirrel. I like squirrels.
He's Electric Squirrel. It's pretty cool. I like him.
I want to put him next to Magnemite.
I want to put him next to Manectric.
Okay.
Above Flaffy.
Above Flaffy. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, next, Magnezone.
Let's go. Swagnezone.
I hate Magnezone.
I love Magnezone.
I think
he is beast mode.
I think it takes... Honestly, you remember how I said some Pokemon, like their Megas, are just like, this is what they would look like if they went Super Saiyan for a little bit?
Yeah.
I think the complete opposite of Mega Ampharos, which totally could just be like the next... Like, Ampharos could just evolve into that, and it'd be like, yeah, I could see that. I think Magnezone looks like he should be Mega Magneton.
I gotta understand that. I gotta see what you're saying.
I don't think this Pokemon looks good as just a regular fucking Pokemon. But if it was a Mega, it kind of reminds me of, like, the way that Mega Gengar is, where it's like, yeah, this is like Turbo Gengar. This looks like Turbo Magneton. But it just being like the final step in an evolutionary line, I think is I don't like it.
It is kind of weird. It is a kind of a wild departure from what they were doing before.
Yeah,
but I guess if they had like 10 Magnemites stuck together, that would be dumb.
Honestly, I feel like that would be funny, like just hard.
If they made like a man out of Magnemites.
Yeah, like
okay, that might actually be sick. Actually,
if they just went like. If they went 2 generations without making another evolution for him, and then they just show up and they go, okay, it's 100 Magnemites, that would be funny.
They've been saving up.
That would be really fun. We found a big ass cluster of Magnemites in the back of this power plant. Go take care of it.
I kind of like him. I like him as like a floating like dreadnought magnet man. I like these guys kind of like a derpy face. But I can see what you're saying. Yeah, he is kind of just randomly not at all a liken to Magnemite or Magneton, except that he is also a magnet.
Yeah, he's just kind of... Yeah, I don't know. When I look at him, I'm like... now, when I looked at him before, I was just like, I don't like this at all. But now with the whole like introduction of like megas and stuff, like if this guy was a mega, that would be really cool. But it's like as a permanent form, I don't think it makes a whole lot of sense. Because he's just kind of like a gigantic, like solid piece of steel. Whereas before it went from like single to triple, and then it's like back to single, but in a weird way. I don't know. I also don't like that his one eye is red. Like the center one. It makes sense. Like he's kind of like a mecha, actually. Yeah. So it makes sense for his eye to be red if you're going for that like mecha look. But I don't know why he is that. Where do you want to put him? Where would you like to put him?
Where would I put him? I would put him in A.
Okay.
But with all the stuff that you were saying, I think... Because I do like him, at the very least, more than Magneton.
Okay, yeah, I will say, he's better than Magneton, because he's, like, an actual thing, as opposed to just sticking three Pokemon, like, three of the same Pokemon together.
Magnemite to Magnezone. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, if they had Magnemite, and then this was Magneton, I would rate... Magneton would be higher.
Yeah.
But it going Magnemite and then 3 Magnemite and then Magnezone is like it's so weird that they did it this way. I wish there was another step in between. Like I wish this was like Mega Magna whatever, and then you had like a third one.
Yeah.
Because that would actually be that would make honestly it would almost make Magneton worse, because if he was a middle evolution and it was just 3 Magnemites. Like, and then you had a third one, and then you had this as a mega. That would make Magneton even worse. It's just like, bro, you weren't even fucking trying. You just took some super glue and stuck these guys together. I do think he's cool, because what you said about him being a Dreadnought Magnemite, that is cool. I will say that is cool. I also like that the screws are like bolts now. Like, they're fucking huge. On his little shoulders. And I like that his shoulders are the bodies of Magnemites, because they got the eyes on there. So where were you talking about putting him? You said
I would...
A?
I think you would go... I was thinking A. I was thinking like low A. But I think putting him in B next to Minun, like below Minun.
I think we can put him like next to Magnemite, actually.
You think? You think he goes up?
Yeah, but I want to put him below Magnemite. Like, I want to put him next to Magnemite, but below Magnemite.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Which I think is the first time on one of these tier lists we've had the first evolution be like the best one.
I think so.
God, it sucks too, because like as like a standalone thing, I think the design is there's nothing wrong with it necessarily.
Right.
But it's just like the whole line is so fucked up. Like it's really Magneton's fault. Like if Magneton was better, if there was an actual like cohesive thing with Magneton that obviously made like a through line from Magnemite to Magnezone, I would feel better about it. But
yeah, like you're looking at them right next to each other, it does look like, oh yeah, he got wider and he got like swole.
Yeah, and then you get this fucking
what
guy.
Actually happened is this guy came in.
And then they rubbed together fast enough that they melted and fused. All right, next Electivire.
Electivire.
He's too big. He's too bulky.
He's he's kind of like, he's very square, whereas the other ones were like roundular.
He also lost personality, and to be honest, I think this is a problem as Pokemon continues to go forward. They really only have 2 modes, which is like cute, quirky, and big, badass.
Yeah.
And like that's it. Like there's like hardly anything in between.
There's very few like Jolteon
or Golem.
Or Golem.
Like
yeah.
Golem is not cool. Like I would not use the word cool to describe Golem. But he is a great Pokemon.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't like Electivire for the same reason I don't like Magnezone. It's just like, I don't think he really even... If this was like the Mega of a third one, it'd be alright. Because it's like, oh yeah, he's like pissed. He's gotta go he's gotta go Super Saiyan to take care of this problem.
He's going monkey mode.
If he was going, if he was going Mondo mode, I'd be like
Super Saiyan.
I'd be like, yeah, kick his ass, and then turn into fucking whatever again. But just as a third evolution, I don't like it. I don't think it fits. I don't think it fits the feel.
Yeah, I also don't like that his pattern is very uniform. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it lost
like
with
the Olympian, it made sense because he's like, he's fresh out of the package.
Yeah, he just popped out the womb.
Yeah. And then as it got older, it got, all jaggedy
and kind of tigery. Yeah, he had like tiger
but
quality.
Now it's like, it's symmetrical again. And I think that kind of takes away from that like wild feeling that you were talking about.
Yeah, he loses a lot of personality. Like you said, he becomes very square. He's really bulky too. Like that's one of the other things I noticed is that as Pokemon has continued, they either like they're really like fat and round, really like lanky, like real skinny and lanky, or they get really bulky.
Yeah.
That wasn't really a problem with like the bug list, but I think that's because you have a little bit more freedom when you're designing insects to be kind of like whatever. Except Yan Mega? Yan Mega was just fucking a brick, and I don't like that. But this is the same kind of thing. He's just really bulky.
Yeah.
I actually, because of what I was saying about like the whole Mega thing, I think he should probably go next to Elekid. Because like I said...
I think you should go below Elekid.
Oh, yeah. Like, I mean like Magnezone to Magnemite. Like, I think it's exactly the same problem. I think if there was a third one, and this was the Mega for that, I'd be totally okay with it. There's so much missed potential right here. Fuck you, Magneton. You really fucked this shit up.
You started this. Now we're in for a fun one.
Is this still Gen...
Or 6.
4?
Yep.
Okay. So, Rotom is a weird Pokemon that I've never really understood or done any like research on. I will say that I know that Rotom is the last one on that list right there. He's the last little like orange dude right there.
Yes, that's
and
Rotom.
He
normal.
Becomes all of these things.
Yes.
And this is the Gen 4 version of Cast Form, because Cast Form was a weather guy, right? Cast Form is he's like a little fucking he's like a little gray blob kinda, and then he becomes different forms based on what the weather effect of the battle is. But that was because weather and like different things like that was like a theme for Gen 3, so it made sense for them to have a Pokemon that like encapsulated like changing weather and shit as like his entire thing. I'm not really sure what the deal with Rotom is. Like, I didn't play Gen 4. I don't think I got all the way through it. I think I got pretty close, but I think I got really bored towards the end. And I believe, but I don't remember. I don't remember Rotom being like I'm pretty sure fucking appliances were not a theme of Gen 4.
No, but the way what Rotom is you go to the old chateau, which is like a ghost house, right?
Yeah.
And you turn on the TV, and Rotom is there. And the way they explain it is that he's basically a poltergeist, right?
Okay.
He's an electric poltergeist. So his normal version is ghost electric.
Okay.
And then you bring him to items in the old chateau, and he possesses them.
Oh, okay. This makes a little bit more sense then.
Right.
All right. That makes a lot more sense. I don't fucking remember Rotom at all. I don't remember ever interacting with a Rotom. Is the old chateau somewhere you have to go?
No.
Okay, I probably didn't do that then.
The beaten path.
I will say in terms of... That makes it so much better. Because...
Yeah.
Just looking at them, like, they made a lawnmower Pokemon. They made dishwasher Pokemon.
Come on, Nintendo.
Where do you want to put the Rotoms? Are they any different from each other? Like, do they gain different stats and shit?
They get different stats, they get different typing. They all have, I believe, the same ability and the same base move pool.
Okay.
But I think they are all distinct, right? Like, I think they all serve a different purpose.
Okay.
Like, Rotom Wash, which is electric water, that's my favorite Rotom. I use them a ton in competitive. I drafted him in my Pokemon draft. I think he's awesome. And I think Rotom regular, being like a goofy dude, being Electric Ghost, he's got that goofy face. I think he's also great. And the other 4 I don't like as much.
Okay.
I think Rotom Frost is a little weird. I think Rotom Mo looks bad. Rotom Heat is okay, and Rotom Fan is okay. Is my personal ranking.
I will say, him being Electric Ghost and them doing this with it is really cool.
Yeah, I like.
This is a great. Before I knew nothing about Rotom, and I've always been like, this is fucking stupid. What the hell is this? But him being an Electric Ghost and possessing appliances around the house makes a lot more sense. Legitimately cool. I think that's actually
I like him.
That's actually really cool.
What they did with him.
I will say I think Rotom Mo does. I don't think it looks dumb. I think the reason he's got the big fucking chompers on him is because he's a mowing machine. So him having a big old fucking toothy grin makes a lot of sense.
And of course, Rotom Heat learns Fire Blast, so S tier.
He's got a little bit of points there. I'm gonna defer to you on this one. The only one that I will say is I think Rotom, the base one. Is he just called Rotom?
Yes.
Okay. I think Rotom, the base one, is probably my favorite just in terms of design.
That's fair. That's fair for sure.
But
I would say Rotom, the base, in A+.
Okay, I can agree to that.
I think being a technology poltergeist, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Then Rotom Fan C, maybe.
Okay.
I think he's the least useful and also the least cool.
I don't know. He is a fan.
Rotom Frost and Rotom Heat and Rotom Mo even can probably all go in B.
At the bottom. Rotom Heat being the number 1 because he can learn Fire Blast.
And then Rotom Wash, I think, in A.
Where in A?
I want to put him above
Pachirisu.
Magnemite. No.
Okay.
Well, nah.
All right.
Nah, above Magnemite.
All right.
That's for getting me into top 8.
Okay. Next is a Pokemon I don't know the name of, but I really fucking like.
That is...
Well, not the first one. The first one is okay. It's the second one.
Blitzel and Zebstrika.
Zebstrika. Yes. That is... Okay,
good names.
let's do the first one first. Blitzel.
Blitzel.
I don't care. It's alright.
B.
Yeah, that's fine.
Bottom of B. No, next to Shinx, actually.
But
very similar.
Okay. Zebstrika. Zebstrika? Was it? Zebstrika. What a fucking cool idea. First of all, inverted zebra colors. Great already. That's fantastic. Second, it's the electric version of Rapidash, and having an electric horse makes a lot of fucking sense. And this is a great way to do it. This is just fucking great. I got nothing else to say. It's fucking great. Did they give it an electric stomp move?
Let me do a quick check. Got his page open.
Because if he doesn't have like a unique move that's criminal, it's not going to affect my ranking of him at all. But he definitely should have like a electric kick or like a shock stomp or something.
Oh, there we go. Wild Charge. It's not a stomp move, but it is a horse move.
Okay, then yeah.
All right. It's like what's that normal type move? Is it called Double Edge?
Okay.
Where you do a lot of damage and then you take recoil?
Yeah.
It's that, but it's electric type.
Okay. Alright. You're off the hook on this one, Nintendo. Or Game Freak, rather.
Game Freak.
I like this Pokemon. I think he belongs in A+.
I agree. I would also say A+. I want to put him next to Luxray.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I think above Golem.
There you go, buddy. That's a cool Pokemon. right there.
Good mon. Very useful.
Next,
Emolga.
this is Emolga. Okay. Oh, that's right, because the other one's Dedenne. I mixed I mixed their names up.
Yeah, Dedenne coming up.
This guy I like. I think similar.
Pachirisu?
I think similar to Pachirisu.
Yeah.
I think Emolga is different enough from Pikachu that it gets a pass, even though it's essentially the same shit. It's just electric
it's
mouse.
in the same.
But
we're gonna make a little iconic little dude.
But being a flying squirrel, you lucked out. You lucked out.
We
on
already
this one.
proved that squirrels are good civ for these electric types.
I will say worse than Pachirisu for sure, because they've
agree.
already done the squirrel thing, and
Yeah.
you're.
And there's a squirrel later on that we're gonna see in the normal type list. He's gonna go in F tier.
Oh yeah.
You haven't seen him yet, but you will.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, you're fine.
I think Emolga's a fine Pokemon.
I think it probably belongs in B.
I think B also.
Honestly, I want to put him above, like Manectric, but below Plusle and Voltorb.
I agree. I think that's a perfectly fine spot for him. He's a very middle of the road good Pokemon.
Next, Joltik, A+.
A+.
There you go, buddy.
We put him in S for the bug list, and that's because as a bug, spot on.
Yeah.
As an electric type, he misses the mark a little bit. But that's
he is fucking
that's
great.
The deal with multi-types.
He is great. However, I will say, Galvantula, right?
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of it as a bug type, but as an electric type, I think it's the complete opposite of Joltik. I think Joltik falls a little bit compared to some of the other electric types on here. I think
he's a little bit too buggy.
I think it's better as a bug type than it is an electric type. Galvantula, I think, isn't as good as a bug type as the rest of them, but as an electric type, I think it rises a bit. I think it is better.
I agree.
I think he belongs up with Zebstrika, Golem, and whatever.
Yeah, I agree.
Personally,
I think he stands out a lot among the electric types.
Which is something, it hasn't come up yet, because I think there's only a couple Pokemon that have come up in multiple lists so far. One of them is Guzzlord, and I think he's literally like the third highest in S tier in both lists.
Yeah, I think he's in S tier on both lists.
So, and I know Ampharos was really high on both.
Yep.
But as a bug, I think Galvantula isn't like... I don't think Galvantula is better as a bug than a whole bunch of other bug types. But as an electric type, having an electric spider, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like there may be a reason that you would pick Galvantula over other electric types, but I don't think there's a reason you would, for a bug, I don't think there's a reason that you would pick Galvantula over bug types. So
for sure.
I want to put him up here, probably above Golem. I don't know about above Zebstrika, but
I think that looks right.
I think this is fine. Next, I don't know the names of these, but
I believe this one is called Tynamo.
This is the electric lamprey.
Yeah.
I think this line gets it starts off bad, gets a little bit better, and then gets pretty alright by the end of things.
I think that's fair. I'm not sure why Tynamo is Tynamo. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know why they called it that.
Like, this whole line is kind of weird. I don't know why any of them are electric. They're also not water electric. They're just electric.
Oh, really?
So it's weird top to bottom.
I want to put this guy below Geodude. Actually.
I'm okay with that. I think he's kind of just, like, generically bad.
And then you have the first Lamprey, and...
You have Electric.
It's fine. I think above Geodude, below Graveler.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
And then you have the third one.
And then Electros.
Which I
actually do have some strong feelings about.
Do you hate it?
At least more than the other two. Like, the other two are just kind of generically
lame,
bad and generically weird. But Electric, I think, is...
Electros,
yeah. I think he leans really hard into the monster part of designing a Pokemon.
Yeah.
And I think being a mono-electric type Lamprey with Levitate as your ability, and also not levitating. Like, he has legs. I think he's, like, very weird in a very, like, entertaining way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like that they made a Lamprey Pokemon, and that they were like, what if a Lamprey fucking leveled up? That shit's terrifying. Lampreys already are, like, horrific, so...
Yeah. I also like that he has arms.
Yeah, that's cool.
He went from Dynamo to Electric, and then he was ready to throw a punch. I think he is a big step up from the other two.
Oh yeah, massively.
I even like him more than Electivire, looking at them all in a row.
I can agree to that.
And I think he's super unique. Like, of all the Pokemon that we've seen, like, the closest Pokemon I can imagine to being like him is, like, Guzzlord.
You know what I mean? He's just fucking weird.
Yeah, and then he's, like, weird, and he's a monster. Yeah. Alright, next, Stunfisk. Stunfisk is great. He sure is trying his best.
I don't have a whole lot to say. I think Stunfisk is...
I think he speaks for himself, honestly.
Yeah. The only thing that I don't like about him... I don't know that I dislike it, because Stunfisk's entire thing is that he's just, like, kind of fucking pathetic. Like, and him being, like, brown, but, like, not, like, a good brown... I want to say that I don't like it, but I feel like it might add to the overall, like, damn, this is kind of shitty.
Yeah. And he is a ground type, so, you know, brown.
They also, on his alternate form, they made him a bear trap, and they took that mark that's up the top, and they made it into a footprint.
Yeah.
This Pokemon is,
weird.
It's a design that I think Stunfisk as a whole is better than the sum of his parts.
Yeah, like how you were saying before, there's like a lot of generically like tough goons and like cute monsters. He's not anything.
He definitely ain't either of those.
He's not cool, he's not cute, he's not tough.
He's not. He's a lot like weirdly he's a little bit like Shuckle.
Yeah.
In that like he's kind of weird, and
he's
that's
in his own
and that's like
category.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know where to put him. I don't know what to do with him.
I say we put him above the Rotoms in B.
Okay, yeah.
I think dead fucking middle of the list is probably the best place for him.
That's logical, I think.
Next is some of the ones I like the least out of
Tornadus,
these guys.
Therian, and Tornadus.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Having Pokemon named Tornadus and then fucking like was it like
Landorus?
Landorus?
No, wait, this is Thundurus.
Thunderous,
you know, obviously,
Tornadus,
right?
Landorus. You're not even fucking trying. You're not trying. These guys fucking suck. The only thing they have going for them is that they're, like, buff genies.
And they're busted, like, in competitive. I like 1 out of the 6.
There's 6 of these?
Well, there's 3, and they each have an alternate form.
Oh, okay. Alright.
I like 1 of the forms.
I was about to say, god damn. Calm down.
Yeah, you know, Water Natus. Lawn Natus.
Darkerus.
Yeah. The crew.
God, what shitty fucking names. Fucking Landorus. Bruh.
This is the only one where the alt form looks worse than the normal form.
Okay, alright.
I think Therian looks unfinished, almost.
Yeah, I think you're right. He does kind of look like at some point the artist was just like, okay, this shit's got to go out in like a week. I got to be done.
Shipping.
Yeah, it's finished. Yep. Send it.
That's what he looks like. What do you mean?
Yeah, he's done. Yeah. I don't like these guys at all.
I think Therian in D, and then Thundurus in C.
Nah.
Above. I think above.
Nah, I like Electrode more.
Alright.
He's got personality to him. You literally just said he looks unfinished.
That's true.
At least Electrode's got this fucking creepy ass face.
He could also be unfinished. We just never know.
Yeah, he's done. Yeah, what do you mean? Look at him. You gonna tell him he's not done?
Flag? And then Thunderous regular.
Thunderous.
Above Graveler.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
God, these guys are so fucking lame. Next, what's this? Zekrom?
I believe this is Zekrom.
I don't like these guys either.
I don't either. I think they're very over-designed.
The only one that I like is the very last one. Was it Kyurem or whatever?
Kyurem.
I think he's the only one that looks okay. The rest of them are like there's way too fucking much going on.
Yeah.
Way too much.
I think they're very extra. I don't think they're bad. I think there's good elements to them. I think the ideas that went into making them are good. They just they had too many.
They spent way too much time making him. That's why this guy's not done.
It's like, oh, I gotta draw the genie. I'm gonna draw the jet plane dragon. I think put him next to the genie. No, I think he's better than, because like the fish, we didn't even remember their names. Right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
This guy, at least, you know.
How you gonna be worse than Magneton? And you're a box legendary.
You're a box legendary. Come on.
You're worse than the fucking fan Pokemon. Okay, next. I never remember this guy's name, but I fucking love his face.
This is Helioptile.
Okay.
I like him. He's a lizard and a dog at the same time.
He's also his
normal electric, I think.
His goofy ass fucking.
He's a great. I love his face. I do too.
I think he belongs up with Manectric and Shinx and Blitzel.
I think he goes right in that pack.
He's probably better than Blitzel though.
I think he's better than all three of them. Actually.
Shinx? Really?
I think so.
Okay, I can agree to that. I can agree to that. Then you
He's
get
just having a time.
So that's Helioptile.
Yeah.
And this is Heliolisk, right?
Yeah.
I like Heliolisk. This is cool.
He's a basilisk lizard, but sun powered.
There needs to be more. Like there needs to be a third guy.
I think so too. I think stopping here is kind of weird.
It's a waste, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, there needs to be more. There needs to be another one. Game Freak, make another one, please. This series has gone completely viral. Last one got 20 views. I know you're watching.
Heliozilla or whatever.
Dude, Heliozilla would be fucking crazy. If they just made like a big ass Tyranitar looking motherfucker, but he's like an electric lizard, that would be nuts.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, this guy fucking, he kills you in one hit. That'd be fucking awesome.
Where do you want to put this guy? Where do you want to put Heliolisk?
Below Rotom Wash.
That sounds fair. Yeah, above
right here.
Above the Magna Boy.
Look, he's grabbing his tail. All right, next, one of my least favorite Pokemon.
Oh, don't you worry. There's
Dedenne or Dedenne.
Every Pikachu clone from now on is worse.
Yep, certainly is. I think this belongs below Mega Manectric. This is shit.
Yeah, he really doesn't have like any charm to him, and he's obviously like trying to be, you know, a Pikachu clone.
Yeah, but this is the point where they've hit like.
This is just a Pikachu.
Yeah,
clone.
This is literally just an electric mouse. Like there is nothing unique about him at all.
Yeah.
There is no reason to use a Dedenne over anything else that's on this list. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
He's sad. Next
is the battery bug.
Charge a bug.
It's all he's got going for him. I don't like this guy at all.
I like him. I like that he's a car.
Bus.
He's zooming around.
Lame.
Nah. He's cool. He's cute. I want to put him in B tier.
I'm gonna put him in S tier.
No.
I'm gonna use my card.
I could. I'm not gonna.
Well,
I don't like him that much.
Bottom B.
I think above the Rotoms.
Okay. Next to Stunfisk. I changed my mind. Stunfisk could go in S.
No. Don't do it.
I will say, I don't think I would have used my S card on Raikou had you disagreed, but I would have on Electabuzz.
That's fair.
But
respect that.
I still would have been very adamant that Electabuzz belongs at the bottom. Like, I would have used it to get him in there, but I would have been like, yeah, but let's be real. Like,
right, you know. We know what's up.
Next, the Railgun guy.
Yeah, Vikavolt.
Yeah.
I still like him.
He's still cool. I think is the opposite of Galvantula, actually. I think as a bug, he's cooler.
I also think he's more unique as a bug type.
Yeah. As an
I think he
electric
stands
type,
out
is
as
like
a weapon of mass destruction.
we literally have one already in this guy, Golem.
But I still think he's good. I still think there's good reasons to use him.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with him as an electric type. I just think he's more unique as a bug.
For sure. For sure agree. What do you think?
I think he belongs with Heliolisk
Yeah, I was thinking right by the Magnum Boys.
right here.
Yeah.
Something like. Yeah. Alright. Next, I don't know this Pokemon. I don't think I've ever seen this before.
Oricorio.
Boy,
Specifically, this is pom-pom style.
that's quite a
So
name.
it's Oricorio pom-pom style. So it's like a cheerleader.
Okay.
It's okay, I guess.
Kind of interesting. This doesn't appear to be anything unique about it, and part of the other problem that I have with Pokemon that change their forms is I don't think they can ever be particularly high on the list because they're never going to be like adaptability in theory is something that should be pretty cool, but it never is with Pokemon because something that is only electric type sometimes is never going to be designed to be as good of an electric type as actual electric types.
I feel that. I understand that. I think I agree with that. Like Cast Form kind of has that problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So Cast Form can learn Fire Blast.
Oh, so he's going in S tier
Yeah.
4 times. Yeah, it's kind of a whatever electric bird. I guess.
Where the fuck is the? How have they not made a Thunderbird Pokemon?
Besides Zapdos?
Besides Zapdos, I mean like a Native American Thunderbird. How the fuck have they not done that yet?
No, I guess that's not it. Well, there's Natu and Xatu, although that's a different.
Yeah, that's like a psychic.
different definition of Native American bird.
I mean like the Stormbringer Thunderbird. That's like the big multicolored. How have they not done that yet? That
would be sick.
That's fucking crazy that they haven't done that.
Where do you want to put this?
I don't really care. He probably belongs below the Rotoms, honestly.
I agree. I think he goes in C tier.
Oh, C.
I like it more than the
fan.
Do I like it more than the fan? I don't think I do. In fact, I think I like Magneton more than the fan also.
How about we do this? How about this?
I think that looks right. I think that's good.
Okay. All right. Cool. Next, I don't care what this thing's name is. It's going below Dedenne, and the reason that it's going below Dedenne is because Dedenne already sucks, and they did it again.
They did it exactly again, but worse.
Fuck. Stop doing this. Stop this. Stop.
This was in the same generation as Mimikyu also.
Yeah.
So they had 2 Pokemon Pikachu clones, but one of them was like amazing.
Yeah, one of them is literally god tier. I don't know what type Mimikyu is, but Mimikyu is 100% going in S tier.
It's a fairy ghost, I believe.
Fairy ghost.
Which is, again, that's also fantastic.
What a fucking type.
Ooh.
Holy shit. Alright.
Yeah, he'll be going in S tier.
Next
He's coming up soon.
Turbo
Should
Man.
be the next list, actually. Tapu Koko.
That's a great name.
Yeah,
he looks like a...
He's a Hawaiian Toto.
He looks like one of the villains out of Crash Bandicoot. Like he looks like fucking Uka Uka's brother or something.
He could have definitely been the villain of Crash 4.
John Uka Uka, who was Uka Uka Freeman's brother.
I have to kill fast and bullet punch too slow. Yeah, this guy's cool. He's in the anime a good amount.
Is he a bad guy?
No. He's a guardian of the island. He protects it from the invading Ultra Beasts.
So he's not Uka Uka, he's Aku Aku.
Yeah, there's 4 of them. There's 4 of the the Tapu guys, and they'll all be showing up.
Well, I like him.
This one is my second favorite of the 4, and I think he's great.
I don't think he's better than like Jolteon or anything.
Yeah, I don't think he's quite there.
I think he probably...
He's got a lot of attitude.
I think he should probably go like. Actually, I'm looking at it. He probably like right below Jolteon. I think is a good spot for him.
Yeah, I think so.
I think he's better than Manectric. Right here.
Yeah.
That's a cool.
Yeah, that looks good.
That's a cool spot.
He's super cool.
Okay, next is
now we're at my boy.
I'm gonna be honest, okay?
Alright.
The Ultra Beasts overall are extremely hit or miss for me. I don't think there are any Ultra Beasts that I would put, like, basically in the way that I see Ultra Beasts is like, you're either going in D or you're going in A+ to S. Like, there is no A, B, or C category for these guys,
true. I think Ultra Beasts, they're so dramatically different from any other Pokemon.
Yeah.
That they either land or they kind of flop around.
So this guy definitely hits.
I think Circuitry is. I would besides
first of all,
obviously, I think this is the best Ultra Beast.
Good name.
Guzzlord.
You know.
Yeah.
Let's be real, right? You have Ultra Beasts, which are like bad, and then you have like the good Ultra Beasts, which are really goddamn good. Then you have Guzzlord. Guzzlord is on an entirely fucking different level of any other Ultra Beast. It's not fair. It's not fair to compare any other Ultra Beast to Guzzlord. That's cheating, basically. Guzzlord is so fucking good. So I like this guy. I like that his head is just a fucking electric shock, basically.
It's the lore of it, the lore of Circuitry, is that in the world where it comes from, this is what trees look like.
Oh, okay, interesting. What's the lore of Guzzlord, real fast?
Good question. Oh my god. Here's its Pokemon tree from Pokemon Sun. All right.
Yeah.
It has gobbled mountains and swallowed whole buildings. It's one of the Ultra Beasts.
That's it?
That's his lore. A
Holy
dangerous
shit.
Ultra Beast. It appears to be eating constantly, but for some reason its droppings have never been found.
He doesn't shit. That's confirmed in lore.
All eat, no shit. That's our man.
All right, Circuitry.
I like Circuitry a lot.
Good.
I think
good Ultra Beast.
He's electric wires with zip ties. He's got a goofy head.
So we already know, like I already established, he's either going in A+ or S. He's going in one of the two.
I think high A+. I almost feel S, but I don't feel that strongly about it. You know, I think of the Pokemon left, he's the most deserving of S. So that our S tier isn't all the first two generations.
I actually disagree.
Is that true? Is that so?
I think there is.
Really?
I think there is a Pokemon that I think goes in S after this.
I'm interested when we get there.
But yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. As for Circuitry, I think he should go. If I'm being honest, I think he should probably go right below Mareep. I think I like Mareep more.
I could go either way. They're obviously, I think they're too distinct from each other for me to like weigh them against each other.
Yeah, that's true. Mareep is kind of there's not really a whole lot in common.
I think them being next to each other is fair.
And we can put him at top A+. I could do that too. This looks fine.
It's fine. All right.
Next, let's get this out of the way.
Yeah.
All right.
The least Pokemon-looking Pokemon.
I hate that guy.
And they put him in the generation with Pokemon designed to not look like Pokemon. He literally just looks like a Digimon.
Yeah, he's shit.
He's just bad.
It's like the third Lucario clone too. Like, this is unacceptable. You need to fucking stop. Next, Yamper.
All right, we're in Gen 8, final stretch.
Yamper.
I like him. I like him a lot.
I think he's good. He's cute. He's funny.
I think his colors are slightly weird.
Yeah, the green. If he didn't have the green
in his ear and around his eyes is slightly weird. But I mean, like, it's an electric corgi with a lightning bolt tail.
Yeah, he's cute.
And his ability, he plays fetch. I just like him a lot. I want to put him up by Joltik, even.
Okay. I'm okay with that. There you go, buddy.
Yeah, he's a good dog.
His evolution, however, very generic.
Boltund, extremely lame. Such a step down.
Excessively generic.
It's a dog. An electric dog.
And we already have those.
We do.
We already have multiple of those.
And they're all better. Except for Mega Manectric.
I think you belong below Stunfisk.
I was thinking below Magneton.
Magneton?
Yeah, I think he's in the generic tier.
That was my initial thought, but I didn't want to be too harsh. But
I will.
I think it's fine.
Stay a yamper, little buddy.
Next, the worst.
Yes.
I think this belongs in Del Rio.
I'm not gonna argue with you. I think it looks pretty bad.
I
think it looks really bad.
It is another baby.
Actually is reminding me of Vullaby.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is the one I was talking about before. I hate that the bottom of it is designed to look like a diaper. Like, it's fucking... Stop doing that. You belong in Del Rio tier. Fuck.
When you said there was one that was going in Del Rio, I thought you meant that guy chilling out an F. But no, this guy is definitely worse than him.
Yeah. Yeah.
By noticeably.
Yeah. Alright. Next is a Mega or a Turbo Max or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, that's Gigantamax Toxicity.
I don't care about this at all. I actually think it takes the stuff from these two and completely... Like,
it really does just like overwrite everything they have going for them.
Yeah.
To be just like a big dumb lizard.
It's lame.
Yeah.
I want to put this at like the bottom of C. I think it's actually worse. Actually,
below.
You know what? We can put him with Mega Manectric because I think it does the same shit. Mega Manectric is definitely worse though.
Yeah.
For sure. Alright, now.
But the regular version.
Toxicity.
What are they called? High voltage and low key? Amped and low key.
Amped and low-key. They're meant to be a lead guitar and a bass guitar, and they change. One of them has fucking 6 things because it's a 6-string bass.
Yep.
These Pokemon I think belong in the bottom of S tier.
You think these are the S tier?
Yeah, this is the one I was talking about before. I think this design kicks fucking ass.
I actually agree completely. I think Toxicity is really, really good.
This is one of the things that actually makes this like Ultimax or whatever so bad, is because it takes something this fucking good and they're just like, yeah, fuck that, it's not good anymore. Like I'm gonna take all the stuff that made it good and I'm just gonna throw it out the fucking window.
You're gonna make a blue lizard.
Fuck you. It's lame. Like the only thing that's cool about it is that it has like a broadcast tower and it's like they've combined and they're making their music and they're like playing it everywhere. But the rest of it is just like, yeah, he's just a large lizard.
Big Zerd.
Fuck that, dude. Yeah, but I think they belong. Actually, I would put him in S tier, like above Electabuzz.
I would put him above Raikou.
Yeah, you know what? Now that I'm looking at him, yeah, I think they do belong above Raikou. And
which do you prefer, amped or low key?
I'm just gonna put him next to it. Like, I think they're exactly.
Well, yeah, I know, but like, just your personal preference.
I think low-key has a little bit more personality to him.
I agree. I also like low-key a little bit better.
He's a little bit more like, instead of being like, yeah, I'm badass, he's like, yeah, I'm badass. What about it? Like, I like the look on his face a little bit more.
He looks, yeah, I agree. I do agree.
Right.
But definitely that, right next to each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So I don't know this guy, but he's funny.
I think his name's Pinchurin or Pinchurin.
Now, does he evolve?
Nope. That's it.
That's fucking great. I love that he stays this little dude all the way up to level 100. That's fucking funny.
He just hangs out.
Oh, look at him.
He does have a butt for a mouth.
So does Snom, though, to be fair.
That's true. And they're in the same gen. They could be friends.
So, I think he belongs
His
up
move
with...
pool is actually really weird.
I know one of them is the ground type move that a bunch of like Mudkip has it.
Muddy water.
No, the other one. It's like mud spray, but it's not called that.
I know what you're talking about.
I don't remember what it's called, but
I don't know. He just learns like random ass poison and flying moves.
Flying doesn't make any sense, but poison does because he's an urchin.
Yeah,
that does make sense.
He looks kind of sad.
Yeah, he does.
He doesn't look like he's happy to be.
It's because he doesn't evolve.
Yeah, he's not like Snow.
But
he's gonna look like this until he dies.
But I like that they took Corsola and they were like, okay, Corsola, that's coral, that's all right, but we've never done like a proper urchin before.
Yeah.
And then you get this guy, and they made him, because Corsola's all happy and shit.
Yeah.
So an urchin is not going to be happy.
And there's also Pyukumuku, which is a sea cucumber, and he's right in the middle. He doesn't look like anything.
I like this guy. I think he belongs up with Joltik and Yamper.
Yeah, I think I agree.
He's funny.
I think he goes, yeah.
Okay. Next is this
more
fucking...
Pico and Hangry mode.
Okay, let's do this right away. Right?
Yep.
And Morpeko, I believe, belongs above Dedenne, and the only
I was
reason...
gonna say above Dedenne.
The only reason I'm saying that is because he's got pockets.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's exactly the same shit.
Yeah, they belong together.
What a fucking waste. Look at this. How are there 3 of you?
They really missed the mark.
Fuck, dude. Stop doing that.
Game Freak, stop.
How are you this far below fucking Voltorb? I don't understand.
You're worse than the fan.
You're worse than 3 Magnemites glued together. Get your shit up. All right. Next.
All right.
The fossil guy.
This one is Dracozolt.
There's Tumbo and Dumbo.
Dracozolt and Arctozolt.
Dracozel and Josh Peck.
Okay, so in the last list I talked about Dracovish and how I really like it. I like that his life is never-ending torture. I like that he's completely busted. These guys I don't have nearly as strong feelings for. I think they're both not good.
Yeah, I don't like them.
Well, I don't think they're bad. I don't think they're... Well, I think Arctozolt is bad, but I don't think they're, like, exceptionally bad. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
They're at least something.
I think
they at least fit the theme.
I think they belong at the bottom of B, like below the Rotoms, because
I agree.
There's not really anything interesting about them.
The most interesting thing about them is that they learn Sand Rush. That's their ability, and that is kind of cool. It does make them a little bit broken. But
I will say, the idea of this is really cool.
Oh yeah, I think the lore
that they have, like, that they finally made a reference to the fact that sometimes when you're working with fossils, you mix creatures up together on accident. But
and it's in the British region where they were.
Yeah, and it makes a lot of sense. But
A+ in the lore.
The way that they went about it, I don't like.
When you're mixing up parts like that, you're gonna have, like, obviously it's not gonna fit together. Like, it's not, oh man, you tried to make Pikachu and you just did it worse. It's like, oh, you tried to make something bad and then you didn't.
Yeah, you succeeded in making something kind of bad. So,
yeah, I think by Rod and Mo.
Yeah,
perfectly fine.
I'm gonna put this guy above.
Yeah, I think Zolt is better than Vish.
All right, now this is
our last one.
Reggie Electric.
Reggie Lecky.
Now I'm gonna be honest.
All right.
Of the Reggies that I know, this is the worst one.
You think this is the worst one?
Yes.
Interesting.
You got Reggie Steele, Reggie Rock, Reggie Ice. Those are the first 3, and those guys are all very iconic.
For sure.
Of the 3 of them, Reggie Rock is probably the worst one.
I agree.
And then
Reg Ice is my favorite.
I was gonna say Reggie Steele is probably the most iconic one, but I do like Reggie Ice more. But if I were to rank them, I'd probably put Reggie Steele like at the top, just because
I think I would.
I think he's the best looking one. But I like that there is like more legendary ice types. That's cool. And then they've slowly added more and more Reggies as time has gone on. There's
they added Reggie
Gigas, which is cool, but he has this. Like him. He's got the shittiest fucking ability ever.
The worst ability in the game, almost assuredly.
It's so overwhelmingly punishing.
It's really over-tuned.
So there's Reggie Dragon or whatever.
Yeah. That's right. Reggie Drago is the other one.
And then there's this guy. This guy is my least favorite Reggie.
That's surprising.
That being said, it's still a Reggie, and the Reggies are inherently cool. They have not yet fucked it up. I also
they didn't make the Reggie made out of muscles, like in that one picture.
I also like that the Reggies that they have are odd types. There's not like a Reggie Fire or a Reggie Water. It's
Reggie
like
Psychic.
Yeah, it's like it's rock, it's steel, it's ice, it's dragon. Like they're not like they're kind of odd types that don't really get a whole lot of shit going on.
Right.
Usually, if they made a fucking Reggie Fire, I'd be like
Reggie Normal. Oh wait, that's Reggie Gigas.
Yeah, I was about to say they did. They did make that.
He's the Grand Reggie.
But yeah, I think this is probably the worst one. There's nothing special about him. At least Reggie Drago or whatever. His head is like the busted up pieces of a dead ass Charizard.
Yeah.
Or an Aerodactyl or whatever. And then this guy, he's just yellow bolts. Who did you think was going to be my least favorite Reggie?
I thought it was going to be Drago.
Really?
Yeah, I thought Drago would have been your least favorite.
Well, I'm not particularly fond of Regirock, but he is part of the.
I think Regirock is like very close to missing, but he doesn't.
Yeah, it's because he looks like a Golem.
Like a Golem. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not Golem, which it doesn't look like a Golem.
He doesn't look like Golem, but a Golem.
But yeah,
and I will say about Regieleki, he was incredibly punishing in competitive for a while because his speed stat is like absurd, and then his ability is when you use an electric type move, multiply your damage by 1.5.
Does that stack with stab?
Yes.
Wow.
So if you weren't a ground type, you just ran up, slapped you, and you died.
That's nuts.
It was very funny, and then people learned you just run like a Diglett or something.
Oh yeah, ground types exist, of course.
Which is what I had to do in my Pokemon draft.
Diglett, trio.
Yeah, I just picked up a Diglett for safety.
Man, when we were children, they really fucking designed those little songs to like stick in your head forever.
They really did. Where do you want to put Regieleki?
Probably next to the Aku looking motherfucker.
That's where I was thinking, actually. I was thinking right next to Jolteon. I think they're extremely similar.
Oh, I want to put him below this dude.
Yeah, that's probably...
Like
yeah,
right here.
I don't think he's as cool as Tapu Koko.
So there you go. Electric types.
There we go. There's the electric types.
Finished. This is significantly more
less
top heavy than I expected it to be. Actually.
I definitely thought Dragon would be, the most top heavy list, but no, it's probably this one.
There's a lot of good electric types.
Yeah, good work, Game Freak.
To be fair, though, there's like 1, 2, 3 Pokemon in S tier that have alternate forms, and I don't think there's a whole lot of alternate form dragons that we have in
4
S.
even, because of Toxicity.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Although
yeah.
if they were separate Pokemon, I would still probably put them in S.
God, they're so cool.
They really are like home runs.
Fantastically well made.
Yeah.
All right.
They're British punks from the British region. Good work.
This is electric. This is the longest list we have so far.
That's extremely surprising.
It's been over 2 hours.